Hi guys, a very warm welcome from Archati Creations. I'm super excited today to start a brand new A4 size painting. Now that we've learned a lot of motifs, today we are going to do a complete composition on an A4 size. That will be your first A4 size Madhubani painting. Here we are going to learn how to make a pair of parrots. Now let me quickly recap what we have covered till now. We have covered the introduction of Madhubani, covering the 5 styles of Madhubani. We have then done two border patterns, pattern 1 as well as 2. And then we've individually learned the various motifs, like the motif of lotus, the motif of fish. Then we did the motif of owl. We've also done the motif of peacock, sun, bird pair, elephant, deer, turtle, as well as the cow. We will now learn the parrot pair as a complete painting. So in case you've missed any of those videos, I have mentioned the link in the description box below. You can check it out. Now parrots have a special place in Madhubani since they are associated with the tree of life. They represent divinity, knowledge and happiness in the house. That is the reason why making a parrot pair is very popular, especially in the Mithila region. So now let me tell you what are the supplies you need for this particular painting. So here I'll be using a watercolor sheet. I'm using this brand's watercolor sheets. In case this is not available, you can take any other watercolor or any cartridge or ivory sheet in A4 size that is available to you. We'll be using our thin tip marker pens. Now it's preferable to use fade proof, waterproof thin tip marker pens, which are either Micron you can use, or you can use Unipin or any other company which is available in your part of the world. Other than that, we will be using a thin tip blue pen. So here I am using a Uniball blue pen, any thin tip light blue pen, and I'll be using a range of colors today to complete my painting. So let us quickly get started. So hi guys, we are starting a new project today. For this project I have used an A4 ivory sheet and I'll be using a Micron 0.3. Now let me tell you what I have just done here. I have taken a full A4 sheet, okay, and in this full A4 sheet you can see that I have marked a 1 centimeter border here. So this I have left that in case I want to get my painting framed. Then I have created a 2 centimeter border where we will be learning a brand new border pattern today. Then I have done the same thing all 4 sides. So 1 centimeter line has been drawn on all 4 sides which will go for framing, and 2 centimeter border has been created. After that, what you do is you mark 2 centimeter points and just draw some reference lines. So let me just draw and show you. So just mark 2 centimeter and very lightly with a pencil draw these reference lines. We will be using them for making our border pattern. Now for the vertical thing, now if I show you this measurement, you can see that this is approximately 15 centimeter. So we can't draw 2 centimeter lines like that. So what I am doing is I am marking the midpoint here, 7.5. Then I will be drawing 2 centimeter lines. So let me show you how I will do it now. I am very precise about the measurements because it is only with the proper measurements that your borders are going to look extremely perfect. Okay, this one. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create semicircles. Okay, now you can create these semicircles using any kind of a cap. So here you can take any kind of a cap. Now the cap that I have taken here, if I show you, has a radius of 2 centimeter. That means it has a diameter of 4 centimeter. So this I am going to use here to help me in making my perfect borders. You can even use the compass if you want to. See, when I'm drawing my circle here, I'm not making it touch the edge. Okay, let me bring it closer. See this. Now I will just quickly draw it in black pen and I'll show you. So now on this, what I've done is that I have drawn the outlines. Let me now show you with the help of a Micron thin tip marker pen so that it's clear to you. Now what I'm doing here is that I have created a semicircle and I'm doing a double line. Now this border is an extremely beautiful border and it looks amazingly beautiful when we do it on bigger paintings as well. So here I'm again creating smaller semicircles like this. Now if you want, you can draw the whole outline of the border with pencil and then do it with your Micron thin tip so that it becomes a painting which you can frame in future. Now we are using a combination of 0.5 and 0.3 here. I am using 0.3 to do the thin lining. In case 0.3 is not available, you can even do this thin lining using a 0.5 with you. It is extremely important that you follow measurements when you are doing the borders so that they are absolutely symmetrical. Now here in the alternate ones I am going to give a slanting line. This way. So let us finish all of these. First let us finish the border and then I'll teach you how to draw. Now though I have used a cap of a bottle, if that is not possible you can even use your compass to draw them. This one. Now first of all when you are doing this it is important that you do one side, two sides, that is not the two side by side parts of the border like this and this, and then make the other two as mirror images. It is then that your Madhubani paintings will start looking very exceptionally professional as well as pretty. Now what I'm doing is center one I'm keeping. Okay, center one I'll color. So that is the reason why I have not started doing the slanting line from the end. I have marked the center one and then I have started doing the slanting. So you do that for your painting also. See this one. Now see this way, one part of the border is done. Now let me quickly do the other parts. So now if you carefully look at it, see, I have used absolute mirror images here. If you look at these two borders, okay, the way we have done this, I have done it here. In the way I have done it here, I have done it here. So in this way, if you use mirror images, the borders will look exceptionally pretty. Now here also, you can see, if I'll get it closer, that when we are doing these two opposite sides of the border, they are identical, they are like mirror images. So now you can see that the four sides are done. We will be doing a small figure kind of a thing in the opposite, in all the four corners. Now when I'm doing the border, I'm just marking the center point here, okay, and then I'm drawing a floral pattern. See, like this. Okay, I'm marking a floral pattern and we are going to do lines here. Okay, in the same way I am going to do it on all four sides. So just take your pencil, mark your midpoint. If you're not sure, just mark your tentative midpoints and then make the floral pattern. Now this whole thing I'm doing it in 0.3 only. Now if you feel that these lines may not come straight, then you can even use your scale. So this way now you can see that the border is done. We are going to learn now how to make the parrots and the tree in the center. So now we are going to draw the parrots. For drawing the parrots, first let us draw the bark of the tree. So suppose we want to draw a bark of the tree. So draw a bark like here. You can draw it in the center or on the side. So these are basically the thinner branches of the trees that are drawn. Okay, I think it's visible. I will be doing it with a pen. So here if I want to place one of my parrots on, suppose, this branch, let me show you how to draw the parrot. Now ideally you should not draw it very dark, but here I'll draw it a little dark. So draw a circle like that. See, draw a circle, and then from this side of the parrot, draw a line like this. Okay. Then from here, draw a line like this. See. Okay. And then we are going to do the tail. See. The beak of the parrot is like this. See the beak. Okay. And to give the hair like that. I'm going to do all the inner designing directly in the pen so that it is more visible. You can first do all the inner designing, everything in a pencil. Let me show you how to draw a mirror image or a replica of this parrot here. Now suppose I want to draw the other parrot somewhere here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw approximately the same size circle here. See, like this. Then from here, this side, you draw a line like that. Then from this side, almost the same size shape. Okay. Then the tail of the parrot is going to go like this. And the other tail is going to go like this. Okay. And then the beak. The beak is the beak shape is particular for the parrot this way. And then we are going to do the hairdo. So hairdo is going to be like this. Okay. So see. Okay. Now just let me draw the reference branches and then I'll show you in black color. So now I have just drawn an outline of the branches. I'll show you. So first let me show you these in detail because I'm using a 0.3 here. Now first we'll do an outline of the birds. We'll do it very patiently for the birds. So first what we are going to do is you have made them face in a circle. First you do the outline of the circle and then you do a second line. And then you are going to do the eye, also 2 lines. This way. Then we'll do the beak. Double line. Okay. Now for the head, also we'll do a double line like this. Okay. Now the body. Now we'll do another lining of the body. And we are going to just do, you can, if you want, you can do these thin lines right now itself while we are doing the drawing. See this way, so that the definite structure of the peacock of the parrot keeps coming out. So now here draw a line. You can choose the way in which you want to design the parrot. You'll have to think about the color combinations and everything. Now here, to keep consistency with the border pattern, I'm using this same pattern here. See, the same pattern as I did in the border here. So now this way. Now here I'm going to extend this pattern. See this one. So now this part is done. Now in the remaining area, I'm going to create double lines. Now we are going to do a double line for the tail. I'm doing slanting lines like this. See, like this. In the same manner, we'll make the other tail. See, we can do this floral kind of a pattern on the body of the parrot. So I have matched this with the border here. So I have given a similar kind of a pattern. Now this. Now let us do the other parrot like this. Again we are going to draw a double line here. So this is a kind of border that I'm creating in the branches of the tree, to create and to give a different kind of an impression. It's going to look very beautiful when we color up the whole thing. So now comes the point where we have to draw the leaves. So in this there is a different kind of a shape of the leaves that we'll draw. So let us do that. Okay, this kind of a shape we'll draw. So it is like a heart shape that we are drawing. So I have completed the drawing now. Before we proceed to coloring, I will rub off all the pencil marks and then we will start paint. Now I have rubbed all the pencil mark, and in this painting I am going to use my acrylic colors. First I am going to do the border color. So for doing the border coloring, first I am using a yellow color. I'll be using less of water and I'm using the yellow color acrylic paint. So now I have finished my yellow color, and now I have taken out a little bit of orange. In case you don't have orange, then you can mix the yellow and the red colors together. I am taking a little thicker brush here. Any 2 number or 4 number brush that you have, you can use it here. So now I have taken out a little bit of red color, and now we are going to finish the border by taking a thin brush. This is a 00, and I'm going to do the alternate. Alternate have slanting lines and alternate will do red. So now here in the palette I have taken out a little brown and I have mixed a little white in it. So you can see this light brownish color is there, but I'm going to add a little more tinge of brown white in it. So now you can see that the brown is done. So now let us do the parrot. For that I have taken out parrot green color, that is the light green color in the palette. In case you don't have, you can mix these shades. You can mix a dark green and yellow and you can get this shade. Now for the tail, what I'm going to do is I'm alternately going to use the parrot green color. So first let us do it alternately. Like this. Now I'm taking yellow. So now I have taken out a little bit of red. So now we have painted this. The green part has dried up now. And now we have to finish the background. Now to finish the background, here I am using a Uniball blue color pen. Uniball, this is a normal Uniball blue color pen that I am using. Okay. And in this I am be making a floral kind of a pattern on the background which will act like a filler. So let me start from one end and show you. In this what I am doing is this pen is 0.5. If you have a thinner pen 0.3 mm or whatever, you can even go for a 0.3. So I'll be using this particular pattern as a filler here. So after at some distance, like somewhere around here, we will create another flower. So this is basically not really a flower, but it is a filler pattern that I am creating.
So now you can see that the whole background border has been done. For these two, we can fill up light blue color, or we can just do the lining to finish it. This way. Now you can see that the whole painting of the parrot has been finished. See.
Do like our video and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to press the notification button so that you can be notified as soon as we put a new video or are live on our channel. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.